Okay, this section is on exponential and logarithmic equations and how to solve them. So the first thing we need to talk about is the one-to-one property. And basically what this is telling us is if we have the same base and that same base is taken to two different powers, those powers have to be equal. Makes sense, right? But the same thing happens with logarithms, and we'll actually talk about that here in a little while. So first of all, what we want to do is get the same base. Well, I could write these both as base 2, but you don't have to go down to the lower base. You just need to have them look alike. So I know 16 is 4 squared. So I'm going to leave this one as 4, and I'm going to write this one as 4 squared to the x minus 3. Okay, but we know that when we take power to a power, we multiply them. So that's 4 to the 2x minus 6 equals 4 to the x plus 2. Well, these bases are the same, so now that means that my x plus 2 has to equal my 2x minus 6, and then I simply solve that, and I'm going to get x equals 8. Okay, and you can put it in there and check it out. So let's try this one. Well, 1/3, well, again, I just need these to look the same. Well, 81 is 3 to the 4th, okay, because it's 9 times 9. That's 3 squared, 3 squared. So if I rewrite this as 1 over 3 to the 4th to the 2/3, then I have this power here. Well, if I rewrite this as 3 to the negative 1, it's actually negative 1 times n then, so it's the negative n. So this is going to be 3 to the negative 4 times 2/3. But again, here's my same base, so now I just set my negative n equal to my negative 8/3. That's what negative 4 times 2/3 is. Multiply through by 3, and then divide through by the negative 3. So n equals 8/3. Okay, so that's what you're doing with those. You try this one. Okay, so this could be 5 squared to the x plus 2, and this is 5 to the 4x. So this is 2x plus 4, and this is 4x. Solving that, again, dividing through by 2, we get x equals 2. And you could check that by putting it in. 25 to the 4th, does that equal 5 to the 8th? Well, yes, it does. Okay, so what about solving these with a logarithm involved here? If you know what the base is, you can just write it as exponential. We've kind of done that already. But the first thing you want to do then is isolate your logarithm. So we're going to get rid of this 2 by dividing through by 2, and we have natural log of x then equals 9. Well, natural log is base e. So we take the base to the power equals what we're taking the log of. So e to the 9 equals x. And then if we needed a decimal of that, we could simply plug that into our calculator and get the approximation. So doing e to the 9th, let's see where it's at on my calculator. Oops, I got to put it in first on this one. So e to the 9th is about 8103.1. Okay. So this one, again, I want to isolate my logarithm first. So I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. And I get that equals 6. Divide through by my negative 3. And I get log 10 equals negative 2. And then again, I know that if there's not a base, it means it's base 10. So 10 to the negative 2 equals, whoops, I forgot my x here. So that doesn't work. 10x. Divide through by a negative 10, or I'm sorry, divide through by 10, and I get 10 to the negative 3 over here equals x. Because if I'm dividing by 10 here, move the 10 squared down, I have 3 10s on the bottom. So x actually equals 1 over 1,000, 10 to the 3rd. Okay, let's look at these. So I already have my logarithm here that is isolated, However, we can simplify this a little more because remember what we can do with the 4 that's as a power here. I can move it out in front. So this is actually 4 log 5 of x equals 20. And then I can divide through by 4, and I have log base 5 of x equals 5. Now rewrite it as exponential. 5 to the 5th power equals x. Okay, and then, well, again, what's 5 to the 5th power? Well, that's, let's see, 5 to the 5th, 3,125. Okay, so this one. Again, you could bring this out in front right now, 3 times 2, or you can divide through by the 2 first, doesn't matter. If you bring it out in front to begin with, it's 3 times 2, so it'll be 6 log base 2 of x equals 18. Well then, divide through by the 6, and you get log base 2 of x equals 3. So 2 to the 3rd equals your x, or x equals 8. All right. So this also works for logarithms. So if you have log base 2 of something and it equals log base 2 of something, the somethings have to be equal. Okay? So getting both sides to be a single logarithm, same base. Okay? So in this case, we're working log base 2. Well, I can simplify here over on the right-hand side. I have log base 5, oops, base 2. Log base 2 of 5 equals, and these are subtracted, so that means I can do log base 2 of 10 divided by x minus 4. Well, now I have a single logarithm equals a single logarithm. So what I'm taking the log of has to be equal. So 5 has to equal 10 over x minus 4. Multiply through by the x minus 4, we get 5x minus 20 equals 10. So 5x equals 30, or x equals 6. Let's try this one. So this one, I have log base 5 of a quantity equals log base 5 of a quantity. Well, I already have single logarithms equal to each other. So I know x squared plus x has to equal 20. Move the 20 over and factor. So this factors into 2 factors of negative 20 that add up to a positive 1. Well, that'd be a plus 5 and a minus 4, right? And then solve this. X equals negative 5, x equals 4. And testing those out in there, you'll see they both work. Okay, you try this one. Okay, so on the right-hand side here, we need to combine it to get it to be a single logarithm. These are added, so that means I multiply. So this is log base 3 of x times x minus 2. So my 15 has to equal my x times x minus 2, and I'm going to go ahead and multiply that out. X squared minus 2x. Move everything to one side, and factor. So minus 5 plus 3, that's up to negative 2, and multiplies to be negative 15. So x equals negative 3, or x equals 5. Now, whoops, you have to check these solutions. And if you look at this one, if I put negative 3 in here, is that going to make sense? Can I take the log of a negative number? No, I can't. There's no power I can take 3 to, a positive 3 to get a negative number. Remember, negative exponents just move them up and down. It doesn't make your answer negative. So this one doesn't work. And this is the only solution on that one. Okay. What happens if I have something like this don't have a base that I can write it as that's on my calculator? I don't know offhand what 3 to what power is 7. I'm going to get a decimal. So what we can do is just take the log of both sides, okay? It's kind of like, multiplying both sides of the equation by the same thing. I can take the log of both sides of an equation. Here You're applying the same operation to both sides of the equation. So if I take the log of this side and the log of this side, then I know that I have this x that's a power that can come out in front. So it's x log of 3 equals log of 7. Well, now all I have to do to solve for x is divide both sides by log of 3. So x equals log of 7 divided by log of 3. So let's try this over here. Now, on this one, you actually could do it this way, or because it's a base e, you could just rewrite this as logarithmic. Okay, logarithmic, remember, you'd say log base e of 8 equals your exponent 2x plus 1. And remember, log base e is just natural log. So natural log of 8 equals 2x plus 1. Subtract 1 from both sides. Divide through by 2. And x equals whatever the natural log of 8 minus 1 divided by 2 is. Okay, and again, on both of these, you just plug them into your calculator. You try this one. Okay, so this one, and again, it doesn't have to be log, it can be natural log, either one of them that you can put into your calculator. So you have log of both sides, your log base 10 or natural log, move your x out in front. I like to make my L's cursive because sometimes they look like 1s and I mistake them. So divide through by the log 4, and you have log 9 divided by log 4. And again, put that in your calculator to get an answer. My calculator, I think I have to put the 9 in first. And then divide that by log of 4. And your answer is 1.58. So that's about 1.58. Okay, so what if we have something like this that has expressions with it? Okay. Well, you're still going to take the log of both sides, and again, it can be natural log as well. Doesn't matter. We'll solve this one with natural log. Take the natural log of both sides, and you're still going to take this power out in front. So it's 6x minus 3 times the natural log of 3. This is 4 minus 4x, that quantity, times the natural log of 2. Well, we actually have to multiply through here and distribute because we need to get our x's together. Okay, so we're going to have 6x times the natural log of 3 minus 3 natural log of 3 equals, distribute your natural log of 2 here, 4 natural log of 2 minus 4x the natural log of 2. Get your x's on one side, so we have 6x the natural log of 3, and then I'm going to add 4x the natural log of 2. I have this on this side, 4 natural log of 2, but I'm going to add the 3 natural log of 3 to this side. Now, these both have an x, you can factor the x out. So it's 6 natural log of 3 plus 4 natural log of 2 equals 4 natural log of 2 plus 3 natural log of 3. And at this point, you can just divide through by this quantity, and it gets rid of it over here, and so x equals 4 natural log of 2 plus 3 natural log of 3 divided by 6 natural log of 3 plus 4 natural log of 2. Now, you could simplify this a little bit to put it into your calculator if you wanted, because remember, the numbers that are out in front can be powers here. So this is actually the natural log of 2 to the 4th, which is 16. And this is 3 to the 3rd, which is 27. And on the bottom, it would be natural log of 3 to the 6th plus natural log of 2 to the 4th, which again is 16. Might just help you put it in your calculator a little easier. Don't forget to include parentheses and then plug it in. You try this one. Okay, so on this one, you'll have x plus 2 times the natural log of 4 equals 2 minus x times the natural log of 3.